Hey guys, welcome to another 164 Diecast workshop video. Just gonna go over a number of different things that I've got going on right now, and I'll start off with this Chris Buescher number 37 Darlington Bush's best car. This was a car I sold to a customer, and unfortunately, well, I had sold it in one of my clear cases, and unfortunately what happened was it came off of the case and was banging around inside the case during shipping. So he got it, alerted me to it. I said, hey, ship it back to me, and I'll make it right. So I've received it, just opened it up. So Mr. CD, we've been communicating. This is the car you sent back to me. I got it today. Actually, today is what, Tuesday? Yeah. So, just, in first glance, it doesn't look too bad, right? But we have a scratch here. We have a chip here, right? These are all chips. Little chip here. We see some a chip up here. Definitely marks along here. Along here I can see, maybe you can't, but the metal is exposed here because it's banging around, right? It's chipped here on the spoiler here, all across here, right? This back here, right there. A couple chips here. Come around here, and a big one right there. Chip here. Chip there on the front, right here, big one, all across this bottom. Yeah, not a very good product, right? I deliver, I sell this product to a customer. They get this, they're not going to be happy, and I completely understand. I would be very unhappy, and I would have done the same thing, send it back to me, fix it. So that's where I'm at. My fix is going to be, I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to rebuild it. I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to dip it, and I'm just going to build a whole new car using this body. It's got the Darlington rims, everything else, right? This is all fine here. It's just the metal body. There's no broken, glass on here or anything like that. It's just these chips on the die-cast body. So that's my plan. I'll be working that over the next couple days. I'll drill this out, and we'll make it right. Just so you know, I was looking at this the other day. I've been selling on eBay for, I guess now 10 years, almost 11 years. Actually, I've been selling longer than that. I've been selling die-casts. I've been selling die-casts on eBay for a while, 10 years. I've actually been a member of eBay for almost 20 years now. But whenever I've sold stuff, I've always said, there's no returns. However, even though I say that on my auctions, and that's really just, I just say that, but if a customer has a problem, you let me know, I'll make it right. I mean, that's what I did on that, 78. That's what I'm going to do on this 37 here. And, whatever happens, if you get a car from me and it's not, the way it's described in the auction, or something happened during shipping or whatever, you send it back to me and I'll make it right. And that's what I'm going to do. So definitely stand behind my work, and also my packaging, which unfortunately in this case was not good. And but at the end of the day, you take those mistakes and you improve. And so I'm going to improve on my shipping. When I ship something in a case, I'm going to make sure that it's firmly attached to the case and it's not going to go anywhere. So anyways, so that's that. Next, this was the second Atlas car, Ryan Blaney 2020 Atlas car. I just finished decaling this front, and all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. Mr. R.A., I apologize for you waiting, but this is going to be yours. I've got some clear sealing to put on it. some final, looks like some final touch-up work that I've got to do to make it what it needs to be. I see a little thing here, right here, as I'm looking at it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I got a little yellow streak across the front here, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I didn't pre-paint black here, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. Like I've said, with this particular car, you got to pre-paint red in here behind the headlight before you put the headlights in, because it doesn't line up and the yellow shows through. It's just the way it is. These were the rims that were actually white to begin with, and I used the fluorescent testers paint to paint them as just trying something different. And I mean I think it came out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not complaining at all with that particular paint. And the paint, you improve as you go along. I had put 2 coats of white on it, and then I did. It was actually just one single. Is it one coat? Yeah, it was just one single coat of the Krylon fluorescent, very light coat, and I'm real happy with the way it turned out. Really happy with the way it turned out. So yeah, so that just needs some sealer, and I will mount it back on this. Actually, I could probably do it now, but I'll be mounting it back on this, and it'll come back in the case. I did also. So this is. I'll show you real quick here. This is what this car came in. It's actually a Kevin Harvick car, right? And so I put the sticker on the side. This is prepping for that Chase Briscoe car I got to make. But this is what the box looks like, right? So this is Ryan Blaney car. So what I did was I printed off a sticker that covers that whole front, right? So it's Ryan Blaney, Team Penske on this side. And then here it says the Ryan Blaney number 12 Atlas. So that way, it covers up the Kevin Harvick stuff. So I've got the custom sticker here, custom sticker here, when I'm not using a box that actually matches the driver. So again, I can't guarantee I'm going to do that all the time, but that's what I did for these. This other one, the Sylvania one is done, and I did the same thing there for Mr. RA. So Mr. RA, if all goes well, I can't guarantee I'm going to ship it tomorrow, because I've got to put a couple more coats of clear sealer on this Atlas car, and then once that's done, I'll be able to let it dry for a few hours and then ship it with your other 2. So all 3 cars will be coming down to you. I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to do that by tomorrow, so I might have to ship it on Thursday. But I will get that out to you either tomorrow or Thursday. I know you've been waiting for a while, and I apologize. I am waiting still. I checked the mail. No decals from Mr. Pato yet, but in the meantime, I am prepping a few cars for when they arrive, and so I've got these for you, Mr. IH. These, actually, I have 2 of them, right, for the Kyle Busch NOS 2016s. These are all put back together, just waiting for the decals to come. I also started Mr. WH. We've been emailing a few cars for you. As you can see, I got the Chase Briscoe one here. You also wanted the another Sylvania Blaney car, so I've got that up here for you. I've also started, and I'm just going to pick the camera up here for show you what I got here. So I just put a second coat of white on that. So that's a COT. That's going to be a junior Budweiser number 7 with the red chrome. And I'm also making the hood open one. And I'm just going to let you pick. So I can email you, or you can watch this video and you can email me. Do you want the regular COT or do you want the hood open one? I would imagine you would want the hood open one. I'm hoping that that's a better car. Sometimes it doesn't turn out that way. But either way, you can watch me build them, and then I'll let you you pick because you're the one that requested it. I did take this spoiler off. I was talking about this in my last video. Unfortunately, both posts broke. So I was trying to be as careful as possible, but I don't know if you can see that too well. But both of the posts busted. And there's a little knobs there, but it's going to be a pain to get those back in and affixed to the car. I've had success using the JB Weld. I've had success using just the regular tester's glue. So I'll use one of those to fix it back to the car and do the best I can. It's usually a balancing act because I have to kind of balance it so that it sits and then it holds in place. And I don't like to clamp things. You know, you kind of have to rest it in place and let it dry ever so carefully. So I'll have to do that. But that unfortunately didn't come off of the well as well as I wanted it to. But I'm in the middle right now of getting 2 coats of the white primer on it so that it's nice and white, so that when I spray that red chrome on there, hopefully it comes out really well. I am concerned about layers of paint, right? Because if you get too many primer coats and too many top coats, it's just too thick. And when you go to put the car back together again, especially when you put those windows back in, it can chip it. And so I am a little concerned about that because my plan is to put 2 coats of the red chrome on it, one light coat and then another coat. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it goes. These COT ones, these hood open ones tend to be, the tolerances for those windows tend to be very small. And so the chipping is very easy. It's easily done. So unfortunately, I'm probably looking at that and then a little cleanup of that. While the other one that is just the regular one is the tolerance seemed to be a little bit higher, a little bit more freedom there. And sometimes, that's a good thing. You're building an engine, you want small tolerances. You're doing some of these die-cast, it can go either way. I am going to build a silver Kyle Busch Zombies. I've got that in the works, already started. The Zombies decals are with my most recent order, so I'm going to do that. I've got a Trump 2020 Gold to build there. I'm working on a Trump number 83 truck, another one of those since I have some time before the decals arrive, so I figured I'd work that. I also worked another Ryan Newman number 31 Liberty National. So some of these things that when I'm waiting for decals, I try to knock out some of the other ones of the decals that I have sitting by, and also ones that I think might be a good seller, right? Something that might sell well. The last Trump 2020 truck that I sold went for $53, so that's pretty crazy. I sold this one. I think I put it up for like $27.31. I like to be cute with the cents and the number of the car, and it sold like within like an hour or two when I put that up as a buy it now. Which, when something sells that quickly, obviously it could be a hot item, or maybe I just priced it too low. So I'm going to build that one. I might put it up for $31.31, just to be doubly cute. I don't know. We'll see. Making another Sports Clips car. I've got one up for sale right now on eBay. I think it's sitting at $36. So that one's a hot commodity car. Kyle Busch Custom. Kyle Busch is one of the greatest racers that's racing today, and so So yeah, getting one of his customs. He drives almost a new stinking paint scheme every week. But so Lionel doesn't make all of them. So if I can squeeze in a few that they don't make, or like in the case of this Zombies, I'm going to do a silver one. He won the race, his only race win of the year, and I think it's kind of a gray finish with the Zombies. If I do a silver one, obviously that's going to be very unique. I'm going to put it in one of those clear display cases, and so that'll be kind of cool. And then finally, I'm doing. Oops, this fell over. I'm doing another Jack Daniels Clint Boyer car, 07 COT. So I've got really 3 Chevy COTs here. This one here, I kind of blacked it out because this came as a black. Obviously, I'm painting the car black, and then I decided to paint the whole interior. This was like a gray. I just painted the whole interior black, primed it with black, and then just did a couple little things in there. So it's going to be a completely blacked out car, which would be kind of cool. So that's what I've got working. Take a look at the board here. Like I said, Mr. R.A., your Blaney's should ship tomorrow or Thursday. Mr. T.W., your Blaney's were shipped like we emailed. Mr. D.F., your Blaney's. You're not buying Blaney's typically. You're buying Kenseth. Your 2 Kenseths are on the road. Thanks for the PayPal. We are all square, so appreciate that. Mr. I.H., as I showed you, got the Kyle Busch NOS all ready to go, just waiting for decals. And then Mr. W.H., you've got 6 cars up here now. I added in the Blaney Sylvania that you mentioned. And so all of those are going to be in the works here very quickly as the decals arrive. I was trying to find out that Chase Briscoe Racing School one. Looks like he drove it, that paint scheme in Xfinity, and but the decals are available as an Xfinity car or as a Cup car. And so I've got to double check and make sure that I've got the right car to match, whether that's Xfinity or if that's a Cup car. And of course the Bowman and the Blaney and the Keselowski and the other Blaney are all Cup cars. So, all right, that's kind of what I got going on. I don't want this to be a long video, but that's where I'm at right now with all of my stuff. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention this. So yesterday I was painting. I put the second coat of the gold on this, and I painted the silver. This is a tester silver. And my wife came downstairs, and she was like freaking out, right? She goes, "This smells like an auto body paint shop." And okay, so I'm down here in the basement. I'm pretty much accustomed to paint smells and everything like that. It's a decent sized basement, right? If you haven't seen my basement, let me just pan around real quick, and I'll kind of show you. So this is my stock of paints. Got obviously a bunch of paints here. This is my stock of all my donor cars and just other tools and things like that, right? And then I pan around here. I've got, I'm a pack rat, right? Got my little prayer rug, and then that's where I do all my painting over there. So it's I got 9-foot ceilings, so I've got a decent amount of space down here. If I just kind of keep panning around, right? I've got my devotional chair set up here. That's my personal computer, and then I've got there's my reading books list that I wish I could knock out a little bit better. But then you just go over there, and I got a whole bunch of unfinished basement area. And then the stairs are on the other side. I turned the light off over there, but the stairs are on the other side, and I got my work computer set up here, and over there I've got a ping pong table and other stuff, right? So plenty of space in this basement. I usually don't have a problem with painting. However, because of what my wife said yesterday, she wants me to do something, get an exhaust fan or something. So I placed an order this morning for an exhaust fan. And, this is probably TMI, right? But since this is where I paint, I have up here, obviously unfinished basement, unfinished ceiling. But what I have here is a bathroom fan vent duct. This is a little baby 3-inch duct, but it's a flexible duct that runs up here. The bathroom's over that way. It's a first floor bathroom, and then I've got a duct that goes out there to the outside. And so what I'm thinking is I'm gonna get one of those. I think it's 110 CFM, just kind of a cheapy bathroom ceiling fan, no light, just a fan. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it here, between the joists here, and I'm going to get a T, and I'm going to tap into that duct, and that way, obviously if you turn the bathroom fan on, it'll go out, and if I turn my fan on, it'll go out. I don't know if that's legal. I don't know if that will pass code, but that is my plan right now, to help out with the fumes of the paint fumes and stuff like that. So that's a heater duct, if you were wondering. So that's my plan. I think I'm in a, obviously if it was over top of here, it'd be better, but I'm all about just using what I currently have. And let's see if I back up here. So this is where I do my painting. I'm only, my light's here. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 joists over. These are joists 16 inches on center. So I'm looking at, 80 inches, which is, 7 feet almost. So, so it's not too bad of a location, and I think any type of venting down here will improve, and the fumes won't go up stairs as much as they have been. So anyways, probably, like I said, probably TMI, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Place that order today, and that will come in the mail, and I'll install that and hopefully have some improvements. I think it's actually a 4-inch duct port on that fan, and so I'll probably have to jerry-rig something so that it matches up to that 3-inch duct. But I'm hoping that solves the problem. If it doesn't solve the problem, I was doing some research. I mean, people have some pretty massive paint booths and exhaust fans for their garage or whatever. Since I'm doing it in the basement, I really don't want to make a hole any bigger than I have to inside of my house. So so I'm hoping this works. But if it doesn't, and I have to, then I'll rig up something to try to improve. It's probably not the best for me to breathe in all of the paint, but I'm used to it, and it doesn't affect me. My wife is a little bit more sensitive to those things, and so I need to be a little bit more sensitive to her needs and things that bother her. Obviously, I need to address. So that's what's going on, guys. Hope you enjoy the Bush Clash tonight. If it's even called the Bush Clash, it's supposed to start at 7. I'll post this video a little bit before that. But looking forward to racing. Enjoyed the Super Bowl. Like I told you, I was rooting for Tampa. Kind of like both teams, but I was pretty psyched to see Tampa come out on top. And like I said in my last video, I'm just amazed by Tom Brady. Not just the player Tom Brady, but the leader that he is. and being able to lead that team to victory in the Super Bowl and in a dominating fashion on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. They took it to Kansas City. It just looked like Kansas City just wasn't up for getting, punched in the mouth. I thought it was a very interesting game. And, just to see, I'm a big fan of team sports, and I'm a big fan of the ability of a team to come together. All these players from different backgrounds, different, nationalities, ethnic groups, you name it, all coming together for a purpose, to win the championship. And I just think that's awesome, watching the team do that. And so here we are, NASCAR starting off tonight with the non-points race tonight. But it's just great to see a team coming together and competing for the ultimate prize. No complaining. It's where there's a scripture that says, I think it's Proverbs 17:17, as iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend, something along those lines. And how men sharpen one another through competition, through encouragement, sometimes through criticism, and just come out on top. So just excited about that. Wanted to share that real quick before the end of the video. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and we will talk to you in the next video. God bless. Take care.